preview of the Commanders-Titans game. What has happened to the Commanders? The last 3 weeks, I'll tell you what's happened. Their third down percentage has gone way down. They're 12 for 38 in their last 3 games on third downs. They've given up 10 sacks. Their time of possession's only been averaging 24 minutes per game, so they're not possessing the football, which has given the other team many opportunities to punch the ball in. They're not creating turnovers, and they're giving the ball away. So those three, there's a lot of things that you can point to for the Commanders. Their play calling maybe, but it's a consistency on third down, which eliminates possessing the ball, which gives the other team the ball, so their time of possession is low. Turnovers and sacks have become an issue as well. So moving forward against the Tennessee Titans, Tennessee's coming off an emotional win against Houston at Houston. A big division game, big win for Brian Callahan to get off the snide a little bit. Their turnover margin as well has been abysmal all year, but last week they got away with still turning the ball over 3 times and winning the football game. So what I expect in this game, and what I said last week for the Cowboy-Commander game, I said the Commanders had to jump on them early. You got to get on them early, give the Cowboys no chance to believe they can win. That did not happen. The Commanders had unbelievable field position the first quarter and almost the first half, and only got 3 points. So that was a big-time problem for the Commanders. You have to convert these excellent field position opportunities and put the team out of their misery early. You let the Cowboys hang around, and lo and behold, the Cowboys win the football game. That can't happen against Tennessee at home. You got to come out of the gate fast. You got to bust out of there, jump on them early, and let Tennessee believe there's no chance that they can win. Otherwise, they have a chance. They have good players. Tony Pollard, that Calvin Ridley. Will Levis is starting to slowly improve his football game a little bit. And defensively, they have one of the better 3 techniques in football in Jeffrey Simmons and a hell of a pass rusher in Harold Landry and a young secondary, which is improving on a weekly basis. So this by no means throw out the records. I know Washington's 7-5 and Tennessee's 3-8. You think this is an easy win, Washington? It's not an easy win unless you jump at them early and get on top of them and keep your foot to their throat and don't let them get up. I tell you what, if I'm Dan Quinn, I am preaching urgency right now. I mean, on every snap, because after this game, you got a well-needed bye for your offensive line, for your entire football team, your staff. You're a little bit worn out, but you have to come in the building on Wednesday fresh and ready to go, and you got to be all in for this Tennessee Titan game. This has to be your Super Bowl. I mean, this is a make-or-break game for the Commanders. They're 7-5. They still control their own destiny as far as the playoffs are concerned. They have a lead in the wild card race, so they have to get this win at home against the Titans, a 3-8 team, and it starts with being urgent and everything that you do in the building starting on Wednesday. Yes, defending Tennessee is going to be tough, but it starts with the running game. I really believe Bill Callahan is going to come in with a vengeance, trying to get that offensive line going and get Tony Pollard going. I know Spears is out. I don't know if he's going to play, but Pollard will be a focal point of that team. And then that leads to the play actions and the big play ability of Will. Will has a cannon of an arm. He just can't give out of his own way from time to time. Early in the season, they were in games. They had a chance to win games. And he threw the ball to the other team or fumbled the ball for no rhyme or reason. So turnovers have been a major problem for Will. If he can rein those in, hand the ball to Pollard, hit Calvin Ridley on a couple shot plays, they'll be right in this game till the end. So it'll be very important for Washington to try to create some momentum with some turnovers and try to get the offense the ball back in good field position like they did against Dallas, but Washington did not convert. So get after Will Levis, rush the hell out of him, stop the run, and let's create some turnovers. There has been significant dip in his play, quite honestly, and it's not all on Jayden. Now, the offensive line has struggled a little bit more. Receivers have struggled to get separation, and it just has not flowed smoothly like it did early in the year. Early in the year, they had the run game going, the zone reads off of it, the play action. They're always in 1st and 10, 2nd and 3, 3rd and 2, 1st and 10, 2nd and 3. Now, all of a sudden, they're facing some adversity, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 7, and they're not converting those downs, which leads to punts and the other team possessing the ball. So they got to do a much better job on 1st and 2nd down and stay in 3rd and makeable so Jayden can convert those. Because when they possess the football, the ability that Jayden has to run, use his legs like he did against the Cowboys on that long touchdown run, they're still a dangerous football team, but they got to stay out of 3rd and long, and they got to produce on 3rd down more often than not. The last 3 weeks has been terrible for them on 3rd down, which has led to 0-3. Yeah, their offensive line's a little banged up. Now B-Rob's hurt. Austin Eckler's in the concussion protocol. I don't think he's going to play because this is his second one, I believe, this year. So he's probably going to be out. So I think what that has to happen is they have to transition into more of a passing team on first and second down as opposed to their inside zones and their zone reads. I think you have to play to your strengths. And the way Jayden finished that game off against Dallas, taking him down the field twice for touchdowns to keep him back in the game. Obviously, the lucky one to Terry McLaurin, which is just horrible coverage by Dallas, but it proves that he can handle it within the pocket. And then you can use his legs scrambling and getting first downs of that nature, and then surprise them with a zone read or a inside zone. But I think the strength of their football team moving forward offensively has got to be throwing the football to Terry McLaurin and Noah Brown and Zach Ertz. I think the key to this football game is how Washington starts. I mean, when you lose 3 games in a row, people start to, look, cross-eyed at each other. Hey, what's going on here? What's going on here? They got to get off to a fast start so they can have that camaraderie like I saw early in the year. Guys blocking for each other, high-fiving everybody. They got to have some success early, get their hearts beaten, and they can finish the game off against Tennessee. And for Tennessee, you got to just continue to get after them and stop the running game and then get after Jayden with Harold Landry and Jeffrey Simmons, and hopefully they turn the ball over. But for Tennessee offensively, protect the ball, Will. Just protect the ball. Washington's offense is struggling. You don't have to score in every time. I could see this game being a 20-17 type game, and whoever has the ball last might win it with a field goal. But protect the football, Tennessee. Get your running game going, and then take a shot when it's there. And I think there will be some shot opportunities, because if Washington has a weakness on defense, it's their corner play, especially if Marshawn Lattimore doesn't play.